for the book of rebirth. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. But lo, they are born again into delusion, and in their delusion they lost their dignity. They traded their eyes for blindness, their minds for chains, and followed the false promises of rebirth. In their frenzy to be born again, they became prisoners to a lie, and their souls once free are now shackled by a kingdom of illusion. Book of rebirth, book of reborn again. Forget thy mind, and thou shalt be saved. Question not lest ye perish. Book of rebirth. Blessed are the empty-headed, for they shall be easily led. Born again, no thanks, I struggled enough surviving the first time. They call it being born again, I call it dying to your own mind. If being born again means abandoning reason, I'll stay beautifully condemned. Why would I want to be born again just to crawl back into someone else's fear? Born once with questions, born again with canned answers. The first birth gave me freedom, the second birth demands a beating. Book of rebirth, no, they were born again, stripped of thought, robed in fear, and paraded as miracles. Book of rebirth, woe unto him who keepeth his reason, for he shall be cast out from the herd of the blessed fool. Born again Christians, proof that you can die inside while still breathing. They promise rebirth but deliver only regression. Being born again is just Stockholm Syndrome with a steeple. Born again, more like brainwashed again. I'd rather live questioning than be reborn groveling in the born again world. Doubt is the enemy and conformity is salvation. Born once into wonder, born again into fear. If your new birth requires you to silence your conscience, it's a stillbirth. The tragedy of being born again is mistaking chains for wings. Book of rebirth, cry not for the born again, for they have sold their souls for certainty and built their prison with songs of praise. Book of rebirth. And the shepherd sheared them clean, saying, it is the will of the Lord. And the flock rejoiced at their nakedness. They cried out freedom as they signed their own leash. They wept salvation as they crawled into the cage. The born again rejoice, for they have buried their minds in shallow graves and called it resurrection. And the shepherd said unto them, kneel and be reborn. Woe to the born again, who trade the fire of thought for the ashes of obedience. Book of Rebirth 1:3. And they said unto the people, forget thy mind, and thou shalt be saved. Question not, lest ye perish. Blessed are the empty-headed, for they shall be easily led. Lo, they were born again, stripped of thought, robed in fear, and paraded as miracles. Woe unto him who keepeth his reason, for he shall be cast out from the herd of the blessed fools. Cry not for the born again, for they have sold their souls for certainty and built their prison with songs of praise. And the shepherd sheared them clean, saying, it is the will of the Lord. And the flock rejoiced at their nakedness. The second slow, smiling death, where chains are kissed and cages are called heaven. Drink deeply, oh, you're born again, from the chalice of ignorance, for knowledge is a bitter wine your masters forbid. Be thou not troubled when the born again mock thy freedom, for they know not the taste of their own chains. Born again, not into light, but into the blinding fog of submission. They call it rebirth, but it's just a funeral for your critical thinking. Born again, where curiosity dies and conformity is baptized.